All right. All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Vays, coming to you live on this Wednesday. The market's already open. The Fed is going to make its announcement. All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin. The Fed's going to make its announcement in a few hours. I may not be able to stream during the Fed announcement. This is why I hoped it was yesterday. Because I have a couple of meetings right at that time, which kind of sucks. So I will try. It is possible I will stream at 2 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 p.m. here in Panama. I'm wearing my Panamanian shirt again. So let's just go to the charts. I'm going to do a quick video today because I may do another one. I will try to do another one with the Fed. Maybe I'll try to do one in the evening. Do I have an event? But we'll see. But for now, let's do a very quick overview on what to expect. So I'm still expecting this month or early next month to be the final lows in this bit of a bear market. So a lot of people are taking this point way too seriously. I have two projections here. One is a little more optimistic, one is a little more pessimistic. The point is, I'm still expecting capitulation. I have no idea if this capitulation is going to go down to 11,000 or it's going to go down to 14,000 or we're just going to consolidate for the next 5 months. I really don't know. What I do know is that I am not rushing into any bullish positions until the price of Bitcoin rallies above $21,000. That is currently my bullish zone. By the time this happens, I expect us to also be above the long-term moving average, which is the 30 period on the 4-day chart. Okay, next. Daily chart. See, my daily chart only goes for a crash down to 15,000. This is just a general view of what I think. We may even have, a follow-up sometime in October. But here's the important part. I gave you two reasons to be bullish today, two of them. One is the Fed statement, which we're going to talk about in a second. The other was the daily MRI buy. There's a daily MRI buy right here today, and that is critical, at least for a 1 to 4 day correction. Okay, at least for a 1 to 4 day correction. So let's see if we can rally back into this moving average, and then we may actually pull back down and make these lows. So I just don't like them interfering with my chart, right? I can also like do them this way, Eventually, something will give. Maybe 4 days from now. It's impossible to say. But today, I did expect the Bitcoin markets to be a little bit more bullish for two reasons. If you look at the short-term chart, whoa, we were rallying nicely a few minutes ago, and we just pulled back down. So what about the 10-minute chart? Yep. When I was starting to make this video, we were sitting nice and pretty at 19.5. I hope the rally isn't over yet. So we'll see where all of this is headed. Okay, GBTC, not going to talk about it today. Oil, not really to say much today. Oh, oil. Did they give us the latest print in how much oil is in the strategic reserve? Refreshing. Is it refreshing? It is refreshing. Still refreshing. It refreshed and they didn't tell us yet. So maybe later today. Don't tell us. Okay, where are we going next? Gold, I'm bearish. It's breaking below very critical support. The stock market is rallying a little bit today as well. Someone is asking me if I ever followed fiscal drains and tax payment days. I did not. There's not much to say on gold. I'm bearish on gold because it just broke very critical support. And it's breaking the MRI support line. Oil inventory should have came out, but I guess that website hasn't been updated yet. This was the Fed statement, the Fed drift. Someone commented that these charts may not be that accurate because over this 30 years of data, the Fed has been mostly lowering rates, not raising them. I tend to disagree with that. The Fed has been raising rates as well. But if you look at, if we go to the Financial Summit Twitter handle, and we look at, the media that we've posted, the Fed has raised rates on many, many occasions. And you also have to remember that the Fed lowers the rate when markets crash. So it's hard to say that this data is not relevant, because the only reason the Fed would lower the interest rate is if the markets are in trouble. So if the Fed is lowering the interest rates because the markets are in trouble, the markets are they usually lower it because markets fall. So I still think this is still very valid data, and today has already started off on a pretty bullish day. And I am expecting today, like most days, to be bullish. And we saw this play out in real time just a few months ago when the Fed raised rates as well. So let's see what happens. I'm not 100%. I don't know if 100% for sure that today is going to be an up day, but statistics say that there's a way higher probability that it is going to be an up day than it will be a down day. And so far, we are in an up day. Really curious what's going to happen at 2:15 today. I will try to bring you another video if I can. That's pretty much all I want to say. I heard parts of Putin's speech, not all of it. And for those that don't speak Russian, well, Ukraine is about to experience real war because Russia is going to mobilize its official army, its official military. A lot of people are not happy about that, of course. Now they may, have to go and fight and die, but this is why you sign up for the military. Russia is not like forcing able bodies to go to war. It's not World War II or Vietnam. That's the last time the United States did it. But if you did sign up for the military, this is your job. I mean, this is what you signed up to do. So they are mobilizing its military, but they're not conscripting able bodies. Though in Russia, I think everyone still has to do military training, but they are sending in their military. They're also going to have the referendums to make these parts are going to be Russia. And now the war is going to be fought on Russian soil. So it's going to be, shit's about to get real. Let's put it that way. Very real. And we'll keep an eye on that and see what it means for the markets. So the Russian stock market crashed on the news, but today it's rallying. So maybe the worst is over for the markets, for the Russian market. So let's see. Will the Fed choose fighting inflation or protecting the markets? 100 basis points will make them look serious about inflation. I agree. I don't think they're going to raise it 100 basis points. I think they're going to raise it 75 basis points. Also, I think this is the last time they will ever be able to raise it more 75 or more. I think going forward after today, they will only be able to raise it 50 or a quarter. Like 50 would be the maximum raise. So they may go for the 100. Jerome Powell might also get fired very soon if he does it again. So this is, I believe this is the last time he can raise 75, 100. And if he does it again, he'll get fired. All right, my moderators are sending me some questions. Any views on Willie Wu's take on the CME suppressing the Bitcoin price? Not really. I don't believe that the CME is suppressing the price of Bitcoin. Just like I don't believe the CME is suppressing the price of gold or the price of silver or the price of the S&P 500. I don't believe in that. Markets are markets. You can go and take the opposite side of the trade. So I do not agree with the view that the CME is suppressing the price. By the way, I know everyone is kind of, where's that? Hold on, I want to find that. It was in my off-topic group chat. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to grab an article. I should have looked for it earlier. Okay, here we go. Got it. I need the link to the actual article. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. So I'm gonna click on this. I know people are finding it laughable that there's a referendum going on and that these areas are going to be part of Russia. I believe it will be infinitely more fair than the US election, the last US election. And those here that have these are UN numbers. So the UN has indicated where Ukrainian refugees have gone. So you can see how, and this data is recent. This data is 20th of September, last update. So there have been 7 million Ukrainian refugees from Ukraine registered for temporary protection, okay? So there've been 7 million refugees. But if you look at where they've gone, so you can see refugees from Ukraine recorded in the country, border crossings from Ukraine. Interesting. Border crossings to Ukraine. So this is a very large number here. So I'm not sure how they're not being documented at all. But if you look at the UN numbers, Poland has received the most Ukrainian refugees in Europe at 1.4 million. And the next biggest we have is like Romania, some in Hungary, Slovakia. But look at Russia. Other countries neighboring Ukraine. Russia has received almost 3 million Ukrainian refugees. Okay, so I know everyone is laughing at, oh, the parts of Ukraine, how is that going to be a fair election? But just look at the UN numbers, right? More Ukrainian refugees have fled to Russia than the rest of Europe combined, like by a far amount, okay? Now, I'm actually very curious about this number here, which is, but like 6 million have left. So this could be, a person who's going to Poland, but then coming back. Because look, this number is also huge, right? So border crossings to Ukraine. So, and we also need to know like what is the start of these numbers? Is the start of these numbers 2022 or is the start of these numbers 2014? But it's people that aren't familiar with that region are probably like laughing. How in the world can this election be fair? Why in the world would these regions want to be Russia? Well, that's because this region has been at war with Ukraine for 8 years. And the protection of Russia and having Russian military there, they're probably very interested in that. Let's put it that way. All right, real quick interest rates, and then we're going to call it a day. Two-year rate is at 4%. Wow. 2-year rate at 4%. Cool. So the Fed is more interested in the 10-year rate. I did expect the 10-year rate to rise. It just happened a lot quicker. Back when I drew this arrow, it was back in April. I did expect us to, pull back to about 2.5 and then rise to new highs. It just happened quicker. So I'm not wrong. I just, just happened quicker than I expected. And the Fed follows the market. The market is telling the Fed that they need to raise rates. And eventually, the Fed's going to have a big problem. The Fed can't really raise the interest rate above 5%. The US debt's going to start to implode. So we'll see where it all goes. Do I have a comment on Ethereum? No, but I would like to see what the price is. My comment on Ethereum is that it is now a fully socialist, centralized database, worse than AWS. But have fun, good luck, enjoy. I don't know what Bitcoin's security budget means. I don't understand the. I understand each individual word, but I don't understand the sentence. Let's go look at shitcoins. Ethereum USD, bearish, though not as bearish as Bitcoin. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. The chart is still leaning a little bit bullish, but yeah, the age of Marxism in the Ethereum blockchain has started, and let's see if it leads to a new high or not. Be interesting if it never does. It will be interesting if this is the decade high for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, and it just goes down. For security perspective, which one is better, proof of work or proof of stake? You can't even compare the two. We had this discussion on Spaces, and we were talking about there's only 3 shitcoins you can compare Bitcoin to. One of them is Monero, which has done fairly well against Bitcoin recently, but eventually it will break to new lows. Another one is Litecoin, which is in the toilet. And the final one you can compare Bitcoin to is Bcash, which has destroyed the toilet already. So these are the only things you can compare Bitcoin to because they're all proof of work. And you can't compare proof of stake to proof of work. It's and it reminded me of the story. I remember when I was like, I don't know, 11 or something, when I was like in middle school. These two kids I know, they were having this furious argument, and they wanted someone to solve the argument. And they run up to me and they're like, Tone, who's better, Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan? And I'm looking at them like, but back in those days, the most commonly used word on at school and on a playground was the word retarded. Can't use that word anymore, unfortunately. And I'm basically like, are you two both retarded? How are you comparing the two, right? Like, you can't compare these things. They're completely unrelated to each other. They have nothing to do with each other. It's like comparing Michael Jackson to Michael Jordan, right? It's and who's better? There's nothing to do with each other, right? It's one is a technological innovation that gives you decentralized transfer of data, and the other one is a database like SQL, like MySQL, like an Excel spreadsheet. But like I don't understand how in the world the two are even being compared. So it's just a stupid discussion. Yeah, what's better, a Tesla or a hamburger? Yeah, this is what you're comparing it to, right? Though if you're hungry, a hamburger is way better. Though you can sell the Tesla for many hamburgers, right? Well, not in California because they don't have any electricity to charge your Tesla. So. I don't know what a chart of proof of work dominance would look like. It will be just Bitcoin. It's going to be, if you go to coin.dance, coin.dance. Is that it? Is that the website? Yeah. So I think they have charts here, right? Hash rate charts. Or like, what do they have in statistics? Trying to think. Nodes. Like, it looks like this, right? Now, Bitcoin knots is part of Bitcoin. So this is what it would look like. It looks like this. This is basically your hash rate, like the number of nodes. It's going to be on that kind of level. Like, there are hash rate charts, but so imagine combining the yellow and the green together, and then you have Bitcoin Classic and all this other garbage. Like, no one's mining Monero. I mean, Monero hash rate is tiny because Monero is mined with CPUs, which is insanely stupid. And no one, like, who the hell is mining Litecoin? Like, it's done. It's over. Like, Bitcoin is dominant. All right, guys, I gotta go. Thank you all for watching. I may bring you another video with the Fed call. I may not. I'm not sure. But talk to you all on the next one. Bye, guys. Oh, we released a new video. Shoot, I forgot. Check out some highlights.
Welcome
that's
to the Financial Summit, an exclusive gathering of investing minds, financial professionals, and high net worth individuals.
So these are clips from
Spend
DR.
5 days in a luxury
So check that out.
nestled in a personally selected private location. Fast track your journey to financial success by engaging and sharing ideas with money managers.
Pause it on Joe. Yeah, so follow us, check out what we're doing in Bali, and come and join us. Yeah, there's a lot of nodes in Bitcoin right now. So Alex Petrov is right. Yeah, Alex Petrov is the guy to go to for questions on mining and nodes. Well, Litecoin hash rate is an all-time high because people move their Ethereum nodes to mine Litecoin. I mean, what else they get nodes, miners? What else they gonna do with those miners? All right, guys. Talk to you all.